How's it going, everybody?
Hola.
This is Frank Avone,
I'm Doug Quimby.
and we are Kinda Live,
Kind of living.
and this is the Mirth Films podcast, and thank you for tuning in once again. We're happy to be doing this back on a weekly basis, and yeah. So how's your weekend been, Doug? What'd you do this weekend?
I shot Annie in the water. Oh, sorry. I actually was trying to share this on Facebook. Would you like to share
Yeah, so
what you did this
so we
weekend?
kind of had a crazy weekend this weekend. This was my first weekend actually on my own, full time with my business, which was really exciting. I had my last day at my full time job this past Thursday, and yeah, so Friday got off to a good start. Just had a lot of gigs this weekend, working with a lot of cool people, and I'm excited and had this barbershop quartet conference that I did all weekend in Lake George, New York, and it was fun. I basically made like 42 videos, so I've been living in the editing room, haven't really left my house in a couple days, and it was yeah, it was something. So now
Yeah,
got a
barber
little
quartet music still in your head?
Oh my God. But you know what? Newfound appreciation for barbershop quartet music. Just to be able to make those pitches and sounds with your voice, it's really cool. And there was a lot of great people, ranging from our age and just heavily dominated by the older generation for
Oh,
sure.
cool.
But they were kicking butt,
Hell yeah.
taking names. So yeah, it was exciting. And now it's just back to normal for a little bit, getting everything back in gear for Mirth Films. We got some exciting stuff coming really soon. Doug, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good.
Good.
Friday night, I attended I went and shot the Alice Frost concert in Hudson Falls.
Who is Alice Frost?
It was comprised of a few local musicians.
Okay.
I know one John Eisenhart, a few others that I forget the name of. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but they put on a really great show.
Awesome.
It was they did a whole bunch of yes songs.
Cool.
It was pretty much like a tribute to that band, and it was like a really great show at the I want to say Stratton Theater.
Strand Theater in Hudson Falls.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then
Cool.
And then Saturday night, I went to see Annie in the Water at the Water Hole.
Awesome.
And that was an amazing show. They performed 2 sets that night, and
they're a great new band. If you guys haven't listened to Annie in the Water, go check them out. They're based out of New York, and they're coming on with a brand new album June 21st. And yeah, what did you think of them with the new lineup?
They really killed it. That was my first time ever seeing them, and they absolutely blew my mind. I definitely want to go and see them again. They had a great light show, and just everybody really knew how to play well with each other. Every jam was just really on point. It was
good.
And they kind of slowed down for a couple of points in the sets, but they really had a lot of good high energy songs that made you want to dance all night.
That's awesome. Yeah, and shout out to guitarist Michael Lashom. We heard that you want to be on the podcast, so yeah, contact us. We want to get you on here. It'd be cool to talk about the origins of the band and just how you got started playing music.
And skateboarding.
And skateboarding. Hey, I mean, today was a beautiful day. For those listening on iTunes, we are heavily influenced by skateboarding, and it is our hobby outside of just doing video production and Mirth Films. And so we had a good session today. We had our buddy Christian come up, who just kills it on the skateboard. It wasn't his day. Ended up snapping his board. And just calling it quits. He ripped open his hand, so hope you get better, Christian. But yeah, I'm excited. We got warm weather coming, which means we got music festivals coming, which means we got coverage coming for a majority amount of music festivals in our area. Starting with Strange Creek Music Festival, which is taking place in 2 weekends from now, which has a great lineup so far. Basically, the 2019 Strange Creek Campout lineup consists of Twiddle, Infamous String Dusters, The Motet, Max Creek Band, Badfish, The Whalers, Zach Deputy, Ryan Montbleu, 2 sets.
Ooh.
Shout out to Ryan Blue. Pink Talking Fish with their new guitarist. Kung Fu, Percy Hill, Consider the Source, Haley Jane. So many other awesome bands that I'm excited to see. And so we're going to provide full coverage for something like that. Everything from interviews with artists, musicians, fans, organizers. And yeah, we're excited to give this approach on live music. And because there's a lot of great things that happen off the stage, just between the vendors and just the atmosphere of the music festival entirely. So we want to capture that for you. Also, speaking of music festivals, Eastbound Throwdown announced their initial lineup for their music festival. It's their September 6th and 7th at their Irwin Family Farm in Salem, New York. And just a little backstory about how this festival got started. This band called Eastbound Jesus wanted to do a festival, didn't know where to hold it on, and they were good family friends with the Irwin family, and they have a farm there. So what they ended up doing was they agreed to have small music festival at first, starting in 2015, and they built the stages themselves.
Really?
Yeah, they really put all just like hard work into it and just literally just built from the ground up.
Oh, that's really cool.
By definition. And I actually got to be there last year, and it was really cool. There was just a hill that you could watch the music if you didn't want to be right up front of the stage.
Oh,
and
awesome.
It was a good lineup. Kitchen Dwellers were there, and I would shout out to them for opening Red Rocks for Twiddle and Pigeons Playing Ping Pong. That was a great, awesome set. Our buddy and partner Tom Schassler got to be there for that one. So their initial lineup so far consists of the Mallet Brothers Band, which actually John Fishman of Fish sat in for their drummer at the Putnam Place on 420 last year.
Oh, shit.
For a set, and I wish I could have made it. We were at Formula 5 up at J Peak, and so to continue on with Eastbound Throwdown's initial lineup, it also has Ghosts of Paul Revere, Blind Owl Band, Rebel Darlings, Saints and Liars, and Turf and Turf. So stay tuned for more information on Eastbound Throwdown. We're excited to just be working with them again this year. Disc Jam will be there. Can't wait. That's a great one. Tumble Down, and then of course our favorite Adirondack and Friends Music Festival. But yeah, a lot of good stuff coming this summer. Anything you're excited about in particular, Doug?
I'm definitely really excited for Disc Jam. That's I know that's gonna be a great time. Excited for at least most definitely any Fish show.
Totally.
Festival wise, 80K Fest. Yeah, I think the two main ones are just going to be Disc Jam and 80K Fest. I have to kind of look in to see what's going to be coming around.
Totally.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for festival season. I'm excited just to go see any live music, because it can be kind of hard to get all days off for a festival, and, sometimes not worth the money to pay for, like, the 3-day weekend and only be able to see, like, half day or, like, a full day. So, I'm definitely going to try to go see a few just singular shows this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So what else we got here? Let's break it into some skateboarding news. Legend Chris Cole is back on Fallen Footwear after I want to say maybe 5 years he's been off the team. He was on DC for a while. Had the best skateboarding shoes, DC. Put confidence in your feet to make them move,
Yeah, no, it was literally the very best pair of shoes I've ever had. They never every single shoes I've had, they always get at least 1-2 holes from kick flipping and stopping, all that.
Right.
These shoes never gave out.
Wow.
And the only reason why I had to stop wearing them was I stepped in some grease at work, completely destroyed them.
Oh, that stinks.
But yeah, no. Yeah. He had a great shoe, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna put out for Fallen.
Definitely.
I never got his shoes when he was on Fallen before.
I never skated Fallens. I was always just a Lakai Nike SB type of kid. You were skating what? Supras?
I was skating anything I could get a deal on.
Hey, they're expensive, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, hey,
when you rip them, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I really need mid-top or high-top shoes. My ankles are completely shot. So I would definitely skate like Adidas basketball shoes a lot. I remember I had a few pairs of those. They would hold up real well, but not so much look the best, I would say.
No, not at all.
I remember there's a few I like literally like straight up just did my own color scheme on them with Sharpie.
Hey, customize, right?
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, so he's back on the team. Also, so basically they did a whole new rebranding. It did Jamie Thomas, who started Fallen Footwear back in 2003. Also the owner of Zero Skateboards. He got out of the shoe business mid 2010s, and it's a new guy. It's not Jamie Thomas. He doesn't have any part with this. But Tommy Sandoval's back on the team. Billy Marks is back on the team, and a couple other guys who were on the original team. And I just want to say, back in the day, Fallen's Ride the Sky was one of my favorite skateboarding videos, just because it was the closest thing you could get to like a fully flared video. It just had all those quick, cool shots in between the actual skateboarding, which made it, just made it come alive.
More of a video than just skating.
Yeah, I mean, the soundtrack was great. Learned a lot of songs I didn't even know by bands I already knew, which usually happens with a lot of skateboarding videos. And that's sad that, everything's online. And, I mean, it's great that we have access to this, but there's something that you get, some feeling that you get when you watch a full skateboarding movie that makes you just want to skate.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's kind of hard to sit through a full skateboarding video without actually getting up and going to skate.
Exactly. Yeah. And so yeah, we're excited to see what comes out of that. And but we just want to give a shout out to make sure you guys go and check out our website, mirth-films.com, for all the latest news, concert recaps, original video content, and just articles and just cool things that we're doing. We keep everything up to date, and we just want to make sure you guys know that we got news to share with you. So, But,
and also, you should check out our Etsy store where you can get these lovely Mirth
Films t-shirts.
And hand packaged, mailed to you with some stickers. So definitely go check that out. $20
helps us, and when you guys are able to do things like purchase a shirt, for us it means the world, because it helps us just put more money into what we're actually doing here, and just help out the team, because our team's just been killing it lately. Shout out to Emily Vanderweel for just getting us organized. We had a good conversation with her last night. If you don't know Emily, Emily is now a new writer for Jambase, which is one of the biggest just jam band media outlets out there, owned by Relics. She's just been doing stuff for New York State Music, just our good friends, and now she's helping us out, and it's just great to have people like that on board to just keep us in check when things get a little crazy, So we'll check out our super chat here. For the people listening, we're reading some comments that you can comment when we're doing this video live. You're able to comment and just see what what our people are saying about us. Okay, Glaze420, I have my computer volume all the way up and the audio is very low. Oh, crap.
Well,
I'm sorry. Dylan McKenzie, he's our sixth man in the super chat and just at Mirth Films. Dylan, can you just let us know how the audio is sounding? We appreciate everything. Thank you, Glaze420. Misunderstood. We love a good DC shoe. Yeah. Let's kick it back to 2008 when you could get those big, goofy looking.
The hunky boys.
Who could wear those? I did. Honestly, you did.
I was in like 6th grade, so I think they were made for me.
Might as well just wear a pair of Osiris.
It was. I feel like it was right before. It was right before I knew Osiris, and right when I saw Osiris, I feel like Osiris just had like the crazy color schemes that
the
like
worst.
They would stand out. Like, look at me, I have fat Osiris's on. That was just no, couldn't go that far.
Osiris's can never skate those, and But yeah, what else do we got to talk about this week, Doug?
So here's something that is pretty funny. Chance the Rapper made a tweet a few days ago asking like, hey, we should bring back the spicy chicken nugget from Wendy's, because if you haven't had it, the spicy chicken nugget from Wendy's was really good. It was super delicious. I enjoyed it with barbecue sauce.
You used to get the spicy chicken nuggets?
Yeah, no, when
really?
they had them, yeah, no.
Were they spicy?
They definitely had a good kick to them,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, if you weren't a fan of spicy, I wouldn't eat that nugget. But yeah, so he made a tweet saying like, yeah, you guys should bring this back. And Wendy's responded saying, all right, if this tweet gets like 2 million likes, that we're going to bring back the spicy chicken nugget. So like within like, I think it was like 48 hours, the tweet got 2 million likes.
Wow.
So they're bringing back the spicy chicken nugget.
Oh my God.
And Chance the Rapper, he's going to be dropping an album in 2 months, and he is really hoping that the spicy chicken nugget comes out the day his album does. So hopefully that does happen, because that would just be legendary.
So if you're listening, guys, when Chance's album comes out, go to Wendy's right after you listen to it.
Maybe they'll do a little combo deal.
Audio is fine. Dylan, audio is fine. Marissa, audio is fine. Deanna, audio is fine. Dylan, Half Cab Pros? Oh yeah. I like Vans, but they kill my feet.
Yeah, I'm wearing some Vans right now. I really need to get insoles, but great looking shoe.
You gotta get the Adidas.
I should.
So, but yeah, what else we got to talk about? You were telling me something about discless Xbox, huh?
So Microsoft just announced that they are going to be releasing an Xbox One S with no disk drive, just flat face. So pretty much any games that you would get would be digitally. You would just buy through Microsoft, like their store.
Right, through their online store.
Yeah, so like you would have, there'd be no more need of having a hard disk anymore. So, and I've definitely seen this coming. Ever since I got my Xbox One, I've noticed every single hard disk game I get, it pretty much writes like 50, 60 gigabytes straight to the Xbox anyway.
Okay.
So it's pretty much writing the entire game onto the Xbox, and I just have to like put the game in, and I can play so I can play. And
so basically what you're saying is, even though you put the disc, I mean, this is common knowledge for a lot of people who play video games, the disc doesn't use any function other than just to unlock the fact that you have the game.
Now it does. Like back in the day, I feel like all the information was on the disc. So if you scratched a disc or lost a disc, you didn't have that game anymore. So nowadays, it's more of just like a key to get into your game. But like with all these online services, like you can just download games digitally.
Right.
With like Xbox Game Pass, you can pay. There's like game subscriptions where you pay like a certain amount a month, and you have like access to like a catalog of games. And you can download whichever ones you want.
Like the Netflix of video games.
Netflix of video games, yeah. So, and they also have like deals like on Microsoft. I can't really talk for PlayStation 4. I don't have one of those, but we're talking about Microsoft because that's who dropped the discless one. So so they also have deals in their stores. Like I just bought The Crew 2, which is a pretty recent game. It's going for like $40, $50 right now new. I just was able to get it for $20 and just download it straight to my Xbox. So lately I haven't felt the need to go out and buy an actual disc.
Right.
Unless I could try to get a better deal on it, but then again I could also wait for it to go on sale like through online. So I definitely see this as just a step in the new generation. But
and I agree with you. I see it as a step in the generation for sure, because no one's gonna want to carry around discs. And even on my Nintendo Switch, Mario Party's preloaded.
Yeah.
And Super Smash Brothers preloaded. I didn't want to go to the store. I got it on there. And I'm cool with that. The only thing I'm not cool with about what they're doing with this is the fact that the discless Xbox is going for $250 when you can buy a brand new one, the same specs and just has a disk drive for $200. And the thing is, I think if they priced it down to like $150, giving people an initiative to buy.
I think either that or having more memory in the one that's discless.
Totally, I totally agree with you. Like give the people a perk.
Yeah.
I think they give you a free 3-month Game Pass, but the thing is with Game Pass, if you stop paying, that means that all your games are erased, all the saves, right?
Well, at least for those games that you use for Game Pass.
Only the Game Pass games.
Only the Game Pass games. I'm not too sure necessarily about the saves if they go away.
Okay.
I haven't looked at.
We'll have to check that out. And if you're for those watching live, just please comment below if to fast check us. Fast check. Is that what it is?
Fact check us because we don't have a fact checker here in studio yet.
No, we're that also being said, we are looking to expand our team. If you are interested in covering live music, if you're interested in just writing articles and just being part of a cool, community of people who just like to create, give us send us an email, mirthisking518@gmail.com.
Or DM us at any of our pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all of them.
Yeah, check us out. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably already know about that. What else we got to talk about, Doug?
So the X Games Real Series just happened. The Real Street, which is a video style competition. X Games normally does like the stadium with the whole course already set up, but this is a little bit different. So like the competitors go film a 1-minute skate part.
Cool.
And they submit that for review, and then that's what they're judged on, and that's the whole competition. I think that's pretty darn cool because
that is cool.
Instead of like trying to like go to the course and get familiar with it and just really hope that today's your day and that you're gonna land everything. Shot. Yeah, you really make it that one chance right then and there to put your best on the line and hope it all works well. I think this is pretty. It's nice that you're able to go really do it on your own terms. You know, you can really take as many tries as you want. You can really showcase the best of your abilities. So I think it's a really cool kind of contest format. So that just happened. Chase Webb, which was his first year in this competition, he won first place.
Wow.
Yeah. Chris Jocelyn won second place, and Jamie Foy came in third. And then then they also let like the fans pick after they released all the contestants' parts, and the fan favorite actually went to Chris Jocelyn.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's talking himself down everything's so fast. He probably has more tricks in his part than everyone else does, just because how fast he's going. So I mean,
totally.
It's. For a fan favorite, like you
really
like Chris Jocelyn.
Yeah.
You really like Chris Jocelyn. He's really pulling it all
out
there. But so is every professional skater. They're really putting their all into everything they're doing, and I definitely appreciate it. That's just rad.
Totally.
As frick.
And the cool thing is, for those people who hate on competition skateboarding, here's your chance. Film a part, and
film a part in your territory, send it in, and then let's see, okay, like
it's basically like filming in a sponsor me tape.
Pretty much.
So that's what those guys are doing. They're still proving. Chris Jocelyn's been a pro. Jocelyn's been a pro for like, I don't know, like almost 5 years now.
Yeah, I would say so.
And he does not let down. Skateboarding is his focus, and that's just so great that they're able to prove themselves, off the course. You know?
Exactly. And that's one thing I've at least noticed with Chris Jocelyn in the Street League competitions is that like he'll do either like he'll put out like 9-point runs, and then like mess up on like 3 or 4 of his like attempts. He'll just like lose it. So it's like he was in doing amazing. Like he could definitely win that competition just because he couldn't land like this one trick, and he was just got hung up on it. He just threw away the competition. So, you know, and like you see that happening pretty much anytime you see a competition, someone just, you know, because like the nerves of, you know, just like performing in front of all those people, like, okay, I have this like only this 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or this one, just drop my board, go, pop, land, and that's it. That's it. You know, that's a lot of nerves right there, you know, and you really gotta. So I know I wouldn't be able to like perform under that.
Obviously,
so
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, and I mean I can only imagine some pros feel the same. I mean, you know, I you know, you expect pros to be consistent doing everything, but you know, like people are people, you know.
Totally.
We all make mistakes. We all can't be perfect. So like I think this is it's a great competition for professional skateboarders, I would say. And It's also pretty cool that they've expanded to now they include 5 sports: skiing, snowboarding, skateboarding, motocross, and BMX.
Wow.
So, you know,
they're expanding it. They're doing, that's good.
So they're really giving you know, all of these professional athletes a way to, their way to shine.
Awesome. Cool. And, so, you know, what else we got to talk about, man? I'm trying to figure out, like, got all my topics done for the week.
So in New York City, the store opened up, Amazon Go. So yeah, Amazon now has like actual stores.
Wow. Okay.
And they're food stores. I mean, this is something that
aren't they partnered with Whole Foods though? Or
they might be.
Okay.
They might be. I might have heard about this before. This is pretty new information to me, but so yeah, they opened one up in New York City, and it's just like you just go in there, like figure out whatever you want, grab it, and just like walk out. There's no cash register, nothing like that, no cashier. So like, and apparently like they have like a sophisticated system that they know what's being taken off the shelf, and they can like scan you, and they'll like charge your Amazon account, and like you'll get notified where like, okay, like here's what your total was, like.
Wow.
There you go. So, and they do have a few locations throughout the U.S., so, you know, there might be one near you. But, like, I think this is...
Yeah, check out Amazon.com.
Like, this is...
Probably.
That's just pretty ridiculous how,
ridiculous.
This online giant is now making stores. I was really hoping it was going to be a bookstore, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, I thought they, like, really took out Barnes & Noble, and now they just opened up their own bookstore. Like, that would have been savage.
Yeah, I like Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, no, Barnes & Noble's cool.
It's great, yeah.
But you know, like, in other news, Lil Wayne and Blink-182 are doing a summer tour together.
That's crazy.
Odd combination, but, you know, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you get the best of both worlds, rock and rap, and, you know, you can get down with the Carter and bang your head to Blink, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a great performance, great show, great concert.
I would see Lil Wayne. I did like some of his music.
Yeah.
He skates. I want to support skaters.
See, they probably do a few mashups. You know, you get some rap on some rock and roll, fucking
rap and roll.
Rap and roll. And roll.
And roll, new genre. Actually, no.
That's not no, dude. Limp Bizkit like perfected that.
Yeah. Let's take it back to Run DMC here.
You're right.
Walk this way.
And then the last thing I have for news is Dave Chappelle is being awarded the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor.
Really?
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Exactly. You know, it seems like a pretty prestigious prize. And,
totally.
You know, Dave Chappelle is definitely one of the funniest people I've ever heard. And, you know, I think he's, you know, one of the world's greatest comedians. So this is great for him.
He's made such a great comeback over the past couple of years. Like, seriously, it feels good to be able to see him perform because Chappelle's show is my favorite show when I was young. And it was the best. And, like, it's like Seinfeld. Nothing compares to Seinfeld. Not Friends, not How I Met Your Mother. Key and Peele doesn't compare to Seinfeld. I mean, doesn't compare to the Chappelle show. It's just like...
I mean, it's kind of basic. They can't compare to Chappelle's show because it's like
it's
kind of the same format as Chappelle's show. So you totally could compare the shows.
But Dave just took it to another level.
Well, I mean,
he
he really set the bar. Just
he would say things that people shouldn't say.
Yeah, no, he was definitely an innovator, to say the least, in the comedy genre. And then like to walk away from millions of dollars just to forget the reasons why, but like he just straight up left. And like, well, I think it was after like the second season, left, went to Africa for like 10 years or however long. And now came back, dropped two specials on Netflix, which were both two different specials on their own. So it was like 4 whole hours of just fresh stand-up comedy from this guy. So he's definitely has made one of the best comebacks.
Totally.
So congrats, Dave Chappelle. I hope you enjoy your Mark Twain Award.
Yeah. No, congrats, Dave. So what should we talk about next, Doug? Got a topic to talk about, don't we?
The topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Dun dun dun.
Dun 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 dun. We really need a sound effect for that, just other than the intro. We're slowly getting there, guys.
Yep. Bear with us. We're figuring it out.
Yes, we are. Okay, Deanna Bushy and Rest Understood. I want the rest of this podcast to just be naming shows that aren't as good as Seinfeld. Well,
what other shows aren't as great as Seinfeld?
What other shows aren't as great as Seinfeld?
What about The Simpsons?
Simpsons, it's right on par.
Family Guy.
Animated. Family Guy, no.
American Dad.
Nope.
Have you seen Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty is a whole nother beast. On a whole nother planet. And the sitcom category, I'm saying.
Sitcom category,
like
okay.
The Drew Carey Show.
What about Cheers?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, give me a better character than Costanza and Kramer. They're the funniest people.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother? Absolutely not. Friends is better than How I Met Your Mother. Come on.
Okay.
It's the food chain. Seinfeld is greater than Friends is greater than, or maybe it's backwards. Maybe I have this backwards.
Yeah, no, I'm totally lost. I just hope they can.
Have you watched any Seinfeld?
No.
You would love it.
You've been telling me that for at least a year.
It is just like, you can't believe you just did that every time. And it's not even like Jerry Seinfeld makes it. Charlie Sheen? No. Absolutely not.
Dude, 2.5 Men.
Better than 2.5 Men.
Okay, but what about the Charlie Sheen interview where he talks about blowing 7-gram rocks?
It was definitely better than some episodes of Seinfeld, but wasn't better than the whole show. Wasn't better than the whole show. I will say the later episodes of Seinfeld were definitely not as good. But you could say the same thing with How I Met Your Mother. They kind of dragged that into that. They made that.
And, like, what about Lost?
Lost is the best show ever. So nothing touches Lost. Any Lost fans out there, please reach out to us. It was actually It was actually Lost Day. I think like not too long ago.
What?
Yeah.
What was that?
It was like, or maybe it popped up in one of my memories on Facebook. It was like the exact, the number.
Yeah.
It was that exact number.
Punch in.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That's awesome. That's
right. I really wish that show continued. That was such a good show.
That was, but I really honestly don't know where else it could have gone. As upsetting as it was that it ended, like, what else can you do?
Yeah, I guess.
They really explored everything.
I guess you could do a prequel.
Oh. Well, didn't they also, like, kind of do that with
the
flashbacks?
Pre of the prequel.
The prequel?
Just the lives, just about the stories of the lives people growing up prior to even making the decision to get a job to do something like this, to make an island like this.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Then I don't know what you would even call it. Dylan McKenzie, low ratings, just jumped the shark. And add Cousin Oliver.
I don't know who Cousin Oliver is, but I feel like Jump the Shark. That's That's just. Oh, what about that '70s show compared to?
Better than that '70s show.
Right.
Sorry. All right, guys. If you guys can find a show that's better than Seinfeld, comment it. Or if you're listening to it on iTunes, send us a DM. And if I agree with you,
we'll bring it up in the next podcast.
We'll give you a free. We'll give you a gift.
Okay. Yeah.
Which makes me also want me to bring up. We will be giving out prizes starting next week. We got we're doing a little cross promotion with Peach Fuzz Grip out of Albany, which we're excited about. Christian sponsored by them, which is really cool. So look for the ad coming out soon. Then we also got a couple CDs to give away, and we are even giving away a pair of fish tickets.
Ooh.
To any venue that you would like on the lawn. We can't afford. I'm sorry, we can't afford.
Dude, we can't afford that for ourselves, man.
If we could get indoor, we just wouldn't give you tickets. So stay tuned for that. We'll announce that next week and how we're gonna do that. All right, The Office. Ooh.
Oh yeah, forgot about The Office and Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is not.
No. The Office is better than Parks and Rec. I can say that.
Now, would you consider The Office a sitcom?
You know, see, I've never looked up the definition of a sitcom.
Sitcom is like laugh track.
No, okay, yeah, I got you. Is The Office a sitcom? Wow.
Gavin, what do you think? Is The Office
I guess that's more...
It's kind of like Rick and Morty.
It's more of a mockumentary comedy.
Yeah.
Well, which I guess is a mockumentary.
Which, don't watch...
No, you should watch it. American Vandal.
Do not watch American Vandal if you are naive.
No, if you watch American Vandal, just know it's not real.
Basically, started watching the show with you, Deanna, Marissa, and we're watching it, and
I'm pretty sure it was the second season of American Vandal.
It was like the poop.
Yeah, it was the one where the poop guy, the guy who did the poop thing.
Yeah,
they had the name. I forget the name of it, but it was a funny name.
I don't remember either. Yeah. But I just remember watching it for the first time and being like, these kids could win Oscars for this. I can't believe they caught all of this and went this in depth into making this documentary about solving this huge crime that went into their school. And, I remember just watching it and then nothing hit me, but I was like, how were they even able to do something like that? And then Marissa's like, it's fake.
He was so upset.
I'm like, what do you mean it's fake? I was about six episodes into American Vandal.
Dude, there was like an episode and a half left to like the end.
Yeah, I basically the episode prior to the finale figured out that this was all a bunch of bullshit. I literally was depressed.
He was so upset. You were so butthurt about it.
I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
And you hated it. You hated it at that moment.
I hated it at that moment. From that moment on,
you were praising it.
It was the turd burglar.
The turd burglar. Yes. Thank you, Deanna. The turd burglar.
The turd burglar.
Yeah, no, you were super upset about that, but it was a great.
It was to be able
show.
to trick people, or you should probably just read the description, because I didn't know what a mockumentary was.
I mean, what would you think? It's not a documentary.
I thought The Office was just like a style. What style are you shooting in today? The Office? Like, I'm shooting The Office. Like,
you're shooting The Office. No, it's like a documentary style, except like it's fake. It's mockumentary.
Fake as F. Yeah. Fake as F.
Fake as F.
So, I don't know where we were going with that.
Who knows?
Oh, what's better than Seinfeld? That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. All right, topic of the week here, before we drag this crap on. Which we'd like to bring good crap.
Good quality crap.
Good quality crap.
Is what you get from
for you guys. Films. I love Joe Rogan, and so let's get back to this. you know,
topic of the week.
Topic of the week. We want to talk about how we got into doing video production.
While we're sitting here streaming to you. Kind of live, kind of living.
You know, 9th time streaming and laser beaming. So,
hell yeah.
You know, Doug, I never got to know your story on how you got into having an interest on being behind the camera.
Well, it all started when, I guess when I got a skateboard, you know? I remember the very first camera I ever used was like this big, it was probably like a good foot of a camcorder, like with the big thing of the VHS like tapes. Like it wasn't like the small VHS, it was like the ones you could put into like your TV. They like recorded on one of those, so it was a fatty boy. So I used to like set that up on my porch and just like skate in front of my house, like a whole bunch. And that was like my very first time ever like using a camera. And then like a few years later when I grew up, my dad got like a digital camera, and that had like, I think it was like a maybe like at most like 10, 12 megapixels. Like I think it was like a 5 megapixel camera, to be honest with you. And it had like a 32 megabyte memory card. Like I don't even know how this thing stored any film.
No, 32 megabytes. One of my photos from my Sony A7R2 RAW is 80 megabytes.
Exactly. Yeah. No, just
nothing.
Forget about it. So I like started using that to film me, Johnny Kokoza, and Craig Keenan like just scootering around, and uploaded all that onto Windows Movie Maker, put a little song to it, and that was like my very first video, and I just started making a whole bunch of them ever since. There's a YouTube channel out there with all of those on there. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if you want to, you can't really blackmail me with it, but yeah, no, that's out there and embarrassing, so there you go.
There you go.
And so you know, after that, just started growing up, and was like, after skateboarding, you know, like I love skateboarding, probably not going to be a professional at it, not going to make money off it, but I was like, you know, like it introduced me to cameras, and
totally,
that's something I actually now enjoy and do, maybe not full-time, but as much as full-time as I can.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I gotta say, Windows Movie Maker, that
was the bee's knees.
For having an accessibility for that, I thought it was a good video editor.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie, I remember, I think I want to say it was a year and a half ago when I still had my PC. Windows eventually switched to Windows Live Movie Maker, so they didn't have the original style, like where you could see the timeline and everything. So I like found a way to like make my computer boot up to a level where I could use the old Movie Maker.
Oh, okay.
Just to see how it was for old time's sake, and I mean, it has a lot of features for when you first start, and like it's definitely, similar experiences. That was the first thing I ever used to edit too.
Yeah, no, and I feel like, you know, and it definitely had, if I remember correctly, it had like 2 ways of like showing the timeline. Whereas pretty much like you could do it like the one
scene
like
by
beginning.
Scene.
Yeah, you could do it like scene by scene is like or then you could go to like the advanced one where it's kind of more of like.
It looks like a Premiere timeline.
Yeah. So it was like as you got more comfortable with it, you could kind of get more advanced with it. So it's like without anyone ever like telling me what to do, you know, I was able to figure out how to make a video, and that was pretty cool. So like shout out to Windows Movie Maker for making that accessible for even a child to do.
Yeah, I don't think Windows realizes how many people they spawn to be just people who like doing video production type stuff.
Yeah.
Like Apple had iMovie, but you know, I couldn't afford an Apple when I was younger.
Right.
Hey Mom, can I get an Apple computer? No.
That was
yeah.
There was points to even asking.
Yeah, seriously. So that's cool. So now, like, after you got into it, like, where was it when you were like, okay, this is something I want to do for a living?
I mean, the God honest truth, you know, just like, you know, just working like regular jobs, just like, you know, it's just like, oh, like, you know, I don't really find, just not it's not the funnest way to go about life, you know. And I living in a small town, I could definitely see like how like okay, you know, like yeah, this is just like you know like a small part-time job. I could have to see how you know this could be the entire life here. So I feel like anybody with a small town, I just wanted to like get out.
Totally.
So through some family problems, me and my dad relocated out to Las Vegas, and out there I had two older sisters, and one of them actually had a video production company. So,
ooh, okay, yeah. Well, which sister's out of yours?
Sharice Quimby, and the video production company is called Surreal Video. They're out in Las Vegas. If you ever need any video work done, they have a selfie booth. That was the last thing I was managing when I was out there. You know,
that's cool.
Yeah,
nice.
No, it was a really fun experience. So for 2 years when I was out there, you know, instead of trying to find a you know restaurant job like I knew how to do, you know, I sat and did video work. Shooting, editing, photo and videos of like real estate, did like flash mob videos,
awesome,
anything we really could. So I really realized I'm like, okay, this is actually something you know I could make a living off of, and it's way funner to do than like going to a job and like doing this and that, you know, answering to somebody that you're like that makes no sense. Like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just be quiet. Let me do my thing. Like, I know what needs to happen. Don't what you worry about. So, like, I just realized, like, okay, this is actually something that we can, like, I could do. And then, like, I saw what you were doing out back in New York, you know, with, like, African Productions and, you know, making, like, banana peels with Caleb Lewis.
Right.
And I was like,
right. Shout out to Caleb.
Caleb Lewis, you the man. So I was, you know, I need to move back to New York and really start pursuing this, like, actually... you know, and seeing where it can go. And now we're Mirth Films.
Mirth
Films.
Films.
The Kind of Live, Kind of Living podcast.
Mirth-films.com. Etsy t-shirts.
Hand package. I'll mail them to you with stickers.
For free.
Woo.
Plus $20.
Well, for the shirt. Stickers are free, though.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. Yeah, and it's great working with you, I gotta say. Like, this, you know, it's cool to see... You know, for a little background for everybody, we have a pretty tight knit friend group. I want to say, and like we've got some new people that we love hanging out with that are a part of Mirth Films, and so like just the experiences working with you have been top notch, and just like now collaborating with other people and some of the things that we have lined up and the things that you have lined up, which is really cool. It's cool to see definitely your progression in all of this because, dude, it's just kind of live, kind of living. Like,
no, thanks,
I'm
man.
just kind of live. That. You're kind of living, dude. So we got to kind of
do
this for a living. I mean, come on. You know, it's all for the fun of it, right? You know,
it's most definitely. You know, really just trying to pursue our passion and do. I guess what we could say is. Our calling, or at least what we think our calling is.
Yeah.
You know, we gotten pretty far with it, so I could say, you know, this is I think what we're supposed to do, and we're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. No, it's exciting.
See what happens.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be cool to see where things will lead us. And like Doug said, if I didn't have video production, I don't know what I would do with my life.
Yeah. No, I would definitely be stuck in a rabbit hole, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. And no one likes rabbits. Slow and steady wins the race.
No one likes rabbits?
No, come on. No one likes rabbits.
I would say a lot of people like
Seinfeld is better than rabbits. Bunnies are cool.
That's Bunnies.
Marissa understood. iMovie sucks ass. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. iMovie does suck ass.
Can't really say I haven't used it, so I don't want to like throw my opinion out there. But iMovie sucks ass.
iMovie sucks ass. Cheers to iMovie sucking ass. And you know what? We're probably gonna rename this video called iMovie sucks ass.
iMovie sucks ass.
Let's just talk about, you know, when you hit that time in video production, you know this is what you want to do, and you start feeling like your movie maker, your iMovie is limited, it's time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, you know, Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro step in for a more just advanced style of editing. And when you have more options and more flexibility on what you can create and not such a limited like templated style of making videos, it's just it takes a while to get used to, but it's important to know, you know.
Oh, most definitely. And also, like, I would like to point out, it's like, you know, especially if you have like an idea in your head of like something specific. Like, I remember trying to figure out how to, when I was making like skate edits, like slow mo, like mid trick.
Right.
And that was really, really hard to do in Movie Maker. I mean, I'm pretty sure I figured out how to finally do it by like cutting the video
in
like,
two,
like 2 or 3 and then slowing down that one part. But like I feel like with those beginner programs, it gets to the point where like, okay, your kind of creativity gets to the point where it's like, okay, I want to do this, but like I can't do this in this program. So you kind of got to like, okay, that's time to move on. Time to move on to the big stuff. But like that's one thing I think that's actually like pretty cool, at least in this day and age, is the, you know, YouTube University, where you can literally Google search any or YouTube anything, like, oh, how do I do this, how do I do that, and you can like learn literally anything.
YouTube is YouTube's king when it comes to this stuff.
YouTube is king.
It's got me out of a couple binds.
Most definitely.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually changing Deanna's headlight today, and like had a YouTube video up, and like I watched it like 3 or 4 times to like just make sure I was doing like what am I doing, and make sure I'm doing right. Like there's YouTube videos for how to do everything.
Did you end up doing it?
Oh yeah, you know, I got it fixed. Yeah, no, she's got both headlights now. She can cruise at night.
Shout out
Doug,
to Deanna. You can drive past 9.
No more fog lights.
No more fog lights. But if you did not know, if it is foggy out, just honk your horn. Fog will go away.
Yeah. You might have to honk the horn like 2 or 3 times.
Hold it until it goes away.
Yep. That's the most effective way, is holding until it goes away. But it works every time. All right. So what else is there to talk about?
I don't know. I guess what have you been listening to this week, Doug?
You know, I don't think I listened to the last Joe Rogan podcast.
I haven't listened to Joe Rogan in quite a little bit. You know, it sucks.
I mean, you still got your plug, Joe Rogan. Thank you, Joe Rogan.
I wish I still drove 2 hours a day to work, you know?
Dude, hey, you know what you should do? Just come work at Price Chopper with me.
No. You know what I could do, though? Is I could drive an hour out from my house and come back to my house and go to work. Just so I can listen to a couple podcasts on my way to work.
There you go.
Wake out of bed. Get showered. Get ready to go to work. Drive up to Lake George. High five. Drive back home to my desk right next to my bed. And just crank it out.
Dude, that seems like a solid plan.
It's logical.
The most logical you do.
You know, it's better than swimming upstream. It's not that good compared to Seinfeld. But I will say that I'm going to stop talking because this does not go anywhere. I don't know where this is going, you know? So, but yeah.
Well, it's going to work. It's going to work,
you know?
After a long, meaningless
Any music,
drive.
though? Anything you've been listening
to? Music. Wavy Cunningham. I've listened to a lot of Wavy Cunningham. You know, he's a hip-hop artist, just actually right out of the Albany area. And he's gotten a few albums of work out on SoundCloud, one on Spotify and iTunes called The Art of War.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I've been just listening to a lot of him. He's got some really good rap music. It's not so much trap. It's really...
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. It's, you know, it's like modern lyrics that, like, you know, are really well thought out, and
right.
You know, like, you know, it's quality music. It's quality rap music for people who, you know, liked maybe old school hip hop and kind of got turned off when, you know, music when rap kind of went into the whole trap and mumble rap and just what I don't even know what it is at this point. You know, he really kind of brings back like, oh, this is music worth listening to. You know, I put it on repeat. I get the song stuck in my head. So yeah, Wavy Cunningham. Check him out on
Check
SoundCloud,
him out, and
Spotify, and iTunes.
We did do an interview with Wavy. I want to say a couple months ago now, and he actually did a what was it? Free Smoke? No, what was the name of the song?
My mind always wants to tell me it's pesos because he was saying that in the chorus, but I know that's not what it was called.
So what other work has he said he's been working on?
So right now he is currently working on a new album. But I mean his last album that he came out with, The Art of War, I want to say it came out in late December of last year.
Okay.
So that was a really great body of work. It was kind of a shorter album. I want to say it might be like 30 minutes start to finish.
Not too shabby.
But it was definitely like definitely had a very old school vibe to it. Old school hip hop. A little bit of reggae in one album, but one track I should say, not album. But yeah, with like modern lyrics just all throughout, I'm really excited for great weather like we had today, to just put the windows down, sunroof up, and just crank it up. Because, I didn't really know about Wavy until this previous winter when we covered that album release. So really excited to see how it sounds, with...
And the song that we actually have that he premiered on Mirth Films with what's his name again?
DJ Mercy.
DJ Mercy. Title's right in front of me. He Stay Woke is the name of the song. Check it out. Listen to the interview about The Art of War. It's a great interview, and but yeah, I mean, this upcoming weekend, just got a lot of stuff that we'll be covering, bringing to you guys. But I don't know. What else you got to say, Doug? Do we have anything else we should talk about before we wrap this bad boy up?
My opinion, color pins are better than black. Not just blue, no. I mean that is a color, yes. But like you gotta switch it up. If you're gonna go blue, maybe go light blue. Maybe try green. Maybe a little purple. Spice it up. Especially if you have a corporate job. What are they gonna do? Tell you can't use that pen? Why not?
Isn't that sad though for a corporate job? The way you are getting back at the man. Oh, screw this guy. I'm using a color pen. Like...
Yeah, right. That is bad. That's why you should use a glittered pen.
Use a glittered pen. Or you know what? Just use Sharpie.
Sharpie it up.
But you know what colored
Ruin
pens...
all paperwork.
You know what colored pens aren't better than?
What?
Seinfeld. And there you have it, guys. Stay tuned. Visit mirth-films.com for all the news, concert recaps, live music reviews, original video content, cool articles coming out. Visit our Etsy store, get a t-shirt, just $20 with stickers and love from Doug. And, yeah.
Make sure you're subscribed on all of our platforms. Facebook,
please.
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah,
SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Tell your friends about it. Tell your mom about it. Tell your mom to hit invite all. Tell your dad to hit invite all. Tell your friends to hit invite all. We're really trying to make this blossom as much as possible because, in time when this grows, we definitely want to reach out across the United States, and it all starts here. So, stay tuned for next episode because we will be giving away free things, and we will also be talking about how we're going to be giving away a pair of free fish tickets to you.
Woo!
You have a chance at least. So this has been Mirth Films Podcast. My name is Frankie Cavone.
I'm Douglas Quimby, a.k.a.
Colburn, and you have been Kinda Live.
Kinda Livin.
And thank you for watching. Seinfeld's better.